Good morning. Pastor Rick, Journey of Faith Baptist Church, and man, am I glad you stopped by today. It's a beautiful day here in Colorado. Low 80s right now, very low humidity, just comfortable. And if you're not here, I know that you're suffering, but in Colorado right now, it is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm glad you stopped by. And just as friends, as you know, you're sitting in my office and I'm sitting in your home or wherever you happen to be viewing this, can we just talk a little bit this morning? Can we just talk about what's going on in our country? I want to caution you. This is what I do for myself. I caution myself about joining movements that are popular in society. Just because they're popular does not mean they're the right movement for me to join. I would caution you to be careful about the movements that you join. That we are protesting for human life is admirable. Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. That this movement is being hijacked and has been in the past by anarchists, absolutely not. Unacceptable. Unacceptable behavior. No Christian should ever be a part of that. So what are we talking about here? Is it just black lives that matter? Should we have a movement later on that only red lives matter? Or should we make it about other skin color? Yellow lives matter. And God forbid, well, what if we said only white lives matter? Folks, we'll find ourselves at conflict and at odds with each other every time we only make it about skin color. You know, God's not about skin color. He's about humanity. He's about all lives matter. Let me read to you where it began in Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, and over the cattle, over all the earth, and over all creeping thing that creeps on the earth." So God created man, or mankind, in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them. Now, I want you to think with me for a minute. In 20 years of ministry, I've never seen anything in the Bible that says that angels were created like God. So the Archangel Gabriel and Michael, they are not created in the image of God. They're created specific and they're created for a purpose, no doubt. But they are not created in the image of God. That word is Elohim. Elohim is a plural word. This plural describes Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Satan was not created in the image of God, and neither were the demonic spirits that followed him. They are not created in the image of God. All of earth's creations are not created in the image of God. Only one part of God's creation was ever created in his image. And folks, that's mankind. Male and female, equally created to have a unique relationship with God. Very special, very unique. So special, in fact, that when man fell and sinned against God, and when man aligned themselves with Satan, God promised that there would be one who came and he would be a man. Well, we know this to be Jesus Christ, the Messiah, the promised one of God, who would defeat Satan. And when Jesus himself put on humanity, do you know he never took it off? Folks, that means that today, on the throne of God, sitting with the Almighty himself, is a man. The man. Jesus Christ. So for all of eternity, Jesus will retain his humanity. That's how important human lives are to God. So it's not a matter of one color over another. Obviously, it should be about equality across the board. Yes, absolutely. But anarchy? No, not ever. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. Absolutely forbidden by God. I just want you to see today that God sees life, humanity, as the pearl of his creation, the grandest part of his creation. Well, Pastor, how do you know that? Because Genesis chapter 1 ends this way. Then God saw everything that he had made. Now, what is everything? It has to include everything in the heavens, everything on the earth, everything in the universe. Then God saw everything that he had made, and indeed it was very good. Why? Because he had just created mankind. The pinnacle of his creation. So do Black Lives Matter? Yes, absolutely. They are dear and precious to God. Do Red Lives Matter? Absolutely. They are dear and precious to God. Do Yellow Lives Matter? Yes, they are dear and precious to God. Do Brown Lives Matter? Yes, they are dear and precious to God. Do White Lives Matter? Yes, they are dear and precious to God. Be careful about joining one movement for popularity's sake. May I encourage you, join the movement of God that says all lives matter. I'm Pastor Rick, Journey of Faith Baptist Church. I'm so glad you stopped by and we had this visit today. I hope the rest of your day is blessed. Good day.